When the Uganda Red Cross received the El Nino warning in the spring of 2023, they knew what to expect. The warning came from multiple sources, all confirming a high likelihood of El Nino between the months of September and December. For Uganda, El Nino means heavy rain. For a lot of people, especially during dry seasons, rain can be a blessing. But heavy rain can trigger landslides, mudslides, and flooding. And unfortunately, these can lead to devastating effects.
In the past, we've seen houses get destroyed. We've seen people lose their lives. We've seen people lose access to critical infrastructure like schools, like markets where they get food, like hospitals because of the heavy rains. We've seen gardens, very many gardens get washed away because of heavy rains.
There was an increase in disease outbreaks within the communities. People were not able to harvest their crops that they had planted, and also some animals were lost due to the heavy rains. It also affected markets, especially food prices.
But if you know what's coming, can you act before disaster strikes? The answer lies in anticipation and preparedness, acting early to protect communities. As a crucial first step in preparedness, in collaboration with the Office of the Prime Minister, the Uganda Red Cross developed the National El Nino Preparedness Plan. Flood-prone areas were also mapped to understand the potential impacts of the flood and assess the risks. Beyond mapping, reaching communities with life-saving information was crucial. The Uganda Red Cross mobilized volunteers and worked with local leaders to inform communities how to evacuate, treat water, or store food. Through coordination with government bodies, the Uganda Red Cross also developed the Early Action Protocol designed to be activated when the final flood warnings came through. On the 15th of November, the final trigger arrived. The signs clearly showed that in just 5 days, the floods would hit.
It was a mix of feelings. The very immediate feeling was excited because the system works. But then on a second thought was on the implication of that information, because it was actually pointing out to a potential disaster that might affect thousands and thousands of people across many parts of the country.
The Early Action Protocol was activated, and the Uganda Red Cross moved quickly to protect lives and livelihoods. In the critical 5 days, supplies like water purification tablets and hygiene kits were pre-positioned and drainage channels were cleared to reduce flood risks. Communities were reached through various communication channels to spread early warnings.
This included community meetings, we had household visits, we had radio talk shows, we had printed materials that were distributed to communities in different local languages. We had to put up images showing impacts of El Nino on livelihood, on health, on wash-related needs.
Volunteers distributed essential items to help communities prepare, while airtight storage protected food stocks from flood damage. Then, as predicted, the flood arrived, putting the preparedness efforts to the test. As a result of all these actions, communities were better prepared. The impact of the floods were reduced, and there was less damage to homes, with more families able to protect their food, livelihoods, and lives. In the future, more floods will come, and communities must be prepared. The key lies in strengthening both communities and institutions. The Uganda Red Cross, for example, built up its capacity to respond swiftly and efficiently. Collaboration was also crucial, bringing together local governments, international organizations like FAO, and experts across agriculture, disaster management, and health. No single actor could manage the scale of the challenge alone. Together, it's about saving lives today and building a stronger, more resilient future for tomorrow.